My dream was to play for India, and I would come here while drinking water. I would always look at the idol and pray. So I continued doing this throughout my career till the last game of my life. This is the colony that I grew up in. Between these two buildings, we had to hit the ball to the main gate to score a boundary or a six. If the ball hit over the first floor, you were out. And these were the window panes. We managed to get the ball there and damage quite a few window panes.
Do you remember different windows you broke?
Yes, so this one, I remember this one. I remember that one. In my summer holidays, I actually would come down to this playground and spend hours on end. And this is where I lived, on the fourth floor. My food, snacks, everything would come down.
Because you weren't going up.
I wouldn't go up. I was not interested in eating. I just wanted to play as much as possible.
I understand you guys would pull pranks on one another as well around here, right?
All the time we would be doing that. Me and my friends, and we were notorious kids. So we would sometimes flatten the tires and all those kind of things, which I shouldn't be saying on camera, but I was a naughty kid. I was really, really naughty. This is the spot where I spent 4 years in my school days. My uncle and my aunt stay here. This is that place where I would bat, and I would make my aunt sit there on a stool. And I had actually a golf ball which was slightly out of shape. It was almost like an egg, and I would play with soft hands so that I did not damage the house. The other thing that I also did was, there is a cricket ball inside.
Right.
This is a normal sock. I would put a cricket ball inside, and literally here on the ceiling, I would hang the ball like this, and keep practicing. So I would do that hours on end, go comfortably 500-600 times a day.
I could be, let's say, filming an episode with Tom Hanks as example, and you would get a hello, maybe some looks, but people would generally let us kind of do our thing. It's very different here with celebrity of your stature. How would you explain that?
It's different. I think the warmth of Indian people, I've always felt that, and I've valued that. There is not much privacy, but it's a package deal. That I wouldn't want to settle for anything else. So,
In 12th grade, you had cops outside of your classroom when you're taking your exam.
I was.
Right. You've had it.
Yes, but by then I had already played for India.
Right.
I played for India after my 10th grade. So my life had changed. It wasn't a normal 16-year-old boy. I had to mature much faster than what a normal 16-year-old would. My phone is...
Two phones.
One is for music. I'm listening to music, I'm engrossed, and then being disturbed with a phone call or a message beep like this. I hate that. So I kept one phone only for music.
Okay.
This doesn't have a SIM card.
That's when you know you really like your music.
I love my music. So this is Shivaji Park. I spent 5 years of my life here, from 11 to almost 15. It's a coincidence that, today in 1989, 32 years ago was my debut. So it's a coincidence that we are on the same very day we are here, where I played the first ball of my life with a season ball. So I had to bat in all these nets. In the last net, my coach used to keep a rupee coin on top of the stump.
Right.
And you see the number of children here practicing. You can see at least 200 fielders. Anyone caught the ball, I was out. There was no discussion on that. So There were few coins that I lost, but more that I won.
What is it about those coins that are so personally significant
Yeah, I
to you
mean-
because you've kept them?
It was like a medal for me. During a practice session, our coach would allow us to have a glass of water just once in
Why?
those 3 hours to build stamina. The choice was ours
Yep.
at the beginning of the practice, in the middle of the practice, or end of the practice. But you're only allowed to have one water break. So during that water break, I used to come here, and this is the temple. This is where the tap was. So I would be drinking water from this tap, and there was this feeling within me that, that belief was there, that this water energized me. It had some power to help me achieve my dream. My dream was to play for India, and I would come here while drinking water. I would always look at the idol and pray. I continued doing this throughout my career till the last game of my life, which was in 2013. Sometimes odd hours like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., where nobody was there, and I could actually come here and offer my prayers in peace. I would do this before every tour of mine. Every international game, I would come here before I left home. So it became a ritual. Once the practice session was over, the tiring day was over, this is where we would kind of sit together and fool around. Pockets were not deep at all, so we would kind of share everything that we got.
What got you so into food? Because I know you're pretty passionate about it.
My mother was a very good cook, so whenever I was traveling with my friends, I would take recipes from her, and then I would kind of register those things. Those were the days where no mobiles were around, so you had to keep everything in this computer.
What are your go-to dishes?
I would say my Bengan Bharta, which
Okay.
is aubergine.
And what about if Anjali is cooking?
Anjali doesn't cook.
No?
She eats. No,
So you're the cook in the house, huh?
I'm the cook in the house. Anjali, she's not too fond of cooking.